Welcome to Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? This is your go-to source for practical advice and support when considering if a divorce is the right answer for you. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll uncover a variety of topics such as child custody, property division, and self-care. Together, we'll explore the emotional, financial, and legal aspects of divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here is your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst Professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hello, and welcome back to Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're going to get into a topic that many individuals contemplating divorce often ponder. Can I get a divorce without my spouse's consent? Now, it is a complex topic, so let's go ahead and just jump on in and explore the legal and emotional aspects surrounding this question. First things first, let's talk about the legal side of things. In many jurisdictions, it is possible to get a divorce without the explicit consent of your spouse. No-fault divorce laws exist in various places, allowing individuals to end their marriage without assigning blame to either party. However, the specific requirements can vary, so it's critical to consult with a legal professional in your area so you know what to expect. One way to pursue divorce without your spouse's consent is through what's known as an uncontested divorce. In an uncontested divorce, both parties agree on all aspects of the separation, such as property division, child custody, and spousal maintenance. It's a smoother and less adversarial process, and it doesn't necessarily require the explicit consent of your spouse, but rather mutual agreement on the terms of the divorce. On the flip side, a contested divorce involves one party seeking the divorce while the other disagrees or contests certain aspects. This scenario can make the process more challenging and often involves legal battles to resolve the disagreements. In such cases, the court may intervene to make decisions on behalf of the parties involved. While the legal process is one aspect, we can't overlook the emotional considerations. Divorce is a significant life change, and navigating it without your spouse's consent can lead to a heightened emotions and potential conflicts. Communication becomes key, and finding a balance between legal proceedings and open dialogue is crucial. If you find yourself contemplating a divorce without your spouse's consent, seeking professional guidance is probably essential. A divorce attorney can help you understand the legal implications in your jurisdiction and guide you through the process. Additionally, consider the support of a divorce coach or a therapist to help you navigate the emotional complexities that often accompany divorce. As we wrap up today's episode, it's clear the question of getting a divorce without your spouse's consent involves both legal and emotional considerations. If you're in this situation, remember that you're not alone. Seek the guidance of legal professionals and emotional support to make the process as smooth as possible. Thank you for joining me today on Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? If you have any questions on today's topic or financial planning issues in general, don't hesitate to let me know. My contact information's in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. And with that, take care. Hello, and welcome back to Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're exploring a topic that might seem unconventional, but is increasingly relevant. Can we have joint family events or celebrations after a divorce? Let's dive into the dynamics and possibilities surrounding this idea. In the traditional narrative, divorce often signifies a complete break in family ties. However, the landscape of family dynamics is evolving, and many couples are redefining what post-divorce relationships can look like. One emerging concept is the possibility of joint family events or celebrations. One potential benefit of a joint family event is the message it sends to children involved. It communicates that despite the end of a romantic relationship, the commitment to shared parenting and family unity remains intact. Joint celebrations can provide a sense of continuity for children and help maintain a sense of stability during what might otherwise be a tumultuous time. Now, for joint events to be successful, effective communication is important. Clear boundaries, expectations, and guidelines need to be established to ensure that the focus remains on the celebration itself rather than any lingering emotional tensions. Open and honest communication between all parties involved is key to navigating this unique dynamic. If either or both parties have new partners, their feelings and perspectives must be considered. Joint events may require a level of understanding and maturity from all individuals involved. It's critical to be mindful of potential discomfort or concerns and find ways to address them collaboratively. While joint family events can be a positive consideration, it's important to acknowledge that they may not be feasible for everyone. Each divorce is unique, and factors such as the reason for the divorce, the level of amicability, and the emotional well being of all parties need to be taken into account. In some cases, it may be more appropriate to maintain separate celebrations. As we wrap up today's episode, the concept of joint family events after a divorce challenges traditional norms, but can offer a path to new, collaborative way of co-parenting. It requires open communication, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to prioritizing the well-being of everyone involved. Thank you for joining me on Breaking Ties Is Divorce the Answer? Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to contact me using the information in the description. I'm happy to help. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Take care. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Ties. Is Divorce the Answer? I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're going to dive into a topic that many people find themselves grappling with at some point in their lives. How do I know if I should get a divorce? It's a tough question that carries a heavy emotional weight, and making such a decision is never easy. So let's explore this together. First, it's important to acknowledge that every marriage is unique and there's no one-size-fits-all answer. However, there are some signs and considerations that might help guide you through this difficult decision-making process. Take a moment to reflect on your own feelings. Let's do this first. Are you happy in the marriage? Do you feel fulfilled and supported? It's critical to understand your own emotions before making any decisions about the future of your relationship. Next, we want to consider communication. How well do you and your partner communicate with each other? Are you able to express your needs, concerns, and desires openly and honestly? Healthy communication is the backbone of any successful relationship. If this aspect is lacking, it might be a red flag. Now, let's talk about the presence of repetitive and unresolved issues. If the same problems keep resurfacing and you find yourselves unable to find lasting solutions or compromises, it could indicate a deeper underlying issue that may need professional intervention or, in some cases, a reevaluation of the relationship. Financial matters can also play a significant role. Money can be a source of stress and conflict in many marriages. If financial issues are causing constant tension and not being addressed constructively, it's worth considering how these challenges may impact your overall well-being and the health of your relationship. Now let's touch on personal growth. People do change over time, and sometimes those changes lead to individuals in different directions. If you find that you and your partner are growing apart and no longer share the same values, goals, or interests, it might be an indication that your paths are diverging. As we navigate through this sensitive topic, it's essential to emphasize the significance of seeking professional help. Marriage counselors, therapists, or relationship experts can provide valuable guidance and facilitate constructive conversations. Sometimes external support is important in gaining clarity about the future of your relationship. In conclusion, deciding whether to get a divorce is an intensely personal journey. It requires self reflection, open communication, and a willingness to confront difficult truths. Remember, seeking professional guidance is a sign of strength, not weakness. I hope this episode has provided you with some valuable insights and considerations as you navigate through the complexity of the decision. Thank you for joining me today on Breaking Ties Is Divorce the Answer? Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to contact me using the information in the description. I'm always happy to help. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Catch you on the next episode. Take care. Hello, and welcome back to Breaking Ties Is Divorce the Answer? The podcast where we explore the complexities of relationships and the decision of whether or not to get a divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today's topic, we're going to get into an aspect of many relationships that, when going through the divorce process, could use a little clarification, and that is looking at alternative dispute resolution methods, mediation, and arbitration, and helping you navigate the difficult terrain of ending the marriage. Now, before we dive in, let's acknowledge the emotional weight that divorce carries. It's a journey that can be more than challenging, and decisions made during this time can have a long-lasting impact. So, if you or someone you know is going through this, just remember you're not alone. Now, on to our main topic, mediation versus arbitration. Both are alternatives to the traditional courtroom divorce proceedings, offering couples a more amicable way to navigate the end of their marriage. First up, mediation. Imagine a neutral third party guiding you and your soon-to-be ex-spouse through the process of reaching a mutually agreeable settlement. That's mediation in a nutshell. The mediator doesn't make decisions for you, but facilitates communication, helping you both express your concerns and desires. What sets mediation apart is its focus on collaboration. It empowers couples to take control of the decisions affecting their lives and the lives of their children, if there are children involved. This approach often fosters a more cooperative and less adversarial atmosphere, reducing stress and animosity. On the flip side, there's arbitration. In arbitration, a neutral third party, known as the arbitrator, is appointed to make decisions for the couple. It's more structured than mediation, resembling a private, informal courtroom setting. Each party presents their case, and the arbitrator issues a binding decision. Arbitration is often chosen when a couple can't agree on certain aspects and need a decisive resolution. It can be quicker than traditional litigation, offering a middle ground between the do-it-yourself approach of mediation and the formality of the courtroom. So, which is right for you? Well, it depends on your unique situation. Mediation is generally best suited for couples who can communicate and are willing to compromise. It encourages a more personalized and creative resolution to the challenges of divorce. On the other hand, arbitration may be preferable if you find yourself at an impasse or if a speedy resolution is critical. Remember, in arbitration, you surrender some control over to the outcome, placing it in the hands of the arbitrator. In conclusion, whether you choose mediation or arbitration, the key is to approach the process with an open mind, a willingness to communicate, and a focus on finding common ground. Divorce doesn't have to be a battlefield. It can be a path to healing and growth. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties Is Divorce the Answer? Should you have any questions on this topic or financial planning issues, give me a call, shoot me an email. My contact information is in the description. Until next time, have a great day. Hello, and welcome back to Breaking Ties. Is Divorce the Answer? I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today, we're going to get into a question many couples facing the prospect of divorce often grapple with. Should we consider a trial period of separation before finalizing the divorce? Let's explore the potential benefits and challenges of this approach. A trial separation involves living apart from your spouse for a predetermined period without officially ending the marriage. It's often viewed as a time for reflection and evaluation, a chance to experience life without the day-to-day dynamics of living together. But does it work? And is it a viable option? One potential benefit of a trial separation is that it allows both partners to gain clarity about their feelings and the future of the relationship. It can be a time for self-reflection and personal growth, giving individuals the space to assess whether the issues at hand are temporary or indicative of more profound, irreconcilable differences. During a trial separation, maintaining open lines of communication is critical. This is not a time for complete disengagement. Rather, it's an opportunity for honest conversations about expectations, boundaries, and goals. Seeking the guidance of a marriage counselor during this period can also be beneficial, helping couples navigate the challenges and facilitating productive discussions. While a trial separation has potential benefits, it's not without its challenges. The ambiguity of the situation can lead to increased stress and anxiety. Both partners may struggle with feelings of uncertainty and fear about the future. It's essential to establish clear guidelines and expectations to mitigate these challenges. Ultimately, the key to a successful trial separation is communication and a shared commitment to self-reflection and growth. Use this time to assess whether the issues at hand can be resolved through counseling and mutual effort, or if the separation is a step towards an amicable divorce. As we conclude today's episode, the decision to pursue a trial separation before finalizing a divorce is deeply a personal one. It requires open communication, self-reflection, and a commitment to seeking professional guidance when needed. I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties. Is Divorce the Answer? Should you have any questions on this topic or any financial planning questions in general, feel free to reach out to me via email or call. My information's in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Take care.
We want to thank you for listening to this episode of Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? With Mike Fulkerson. For questions, please reach out to Mike via email in the description or give him a shout at 630-444-1410. And remember to subscribe, like, and follow.